Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It is April 23rd today, and I'm back out here to one of our permission properties where my father-in-law hunted a few days ago. He had some good gobbling birds were responding to calling. Unfortunately, he got messed up by some coyotes again, and he was actually able to kill one of them. I'll put a picture of it here in the video. So I'm out here again this morning, and we're still before shooting light, a good 20 or 30 minutes maybe. But we're going to listen for some birds and head in their direction. We'll catch up with you when we get set up. Ooh! Trying the old Warburton scream this morning. Got one fired up out there. He's not too far either. I'm going to get down this hill and out to the field where they sometimes come out to, which is way down there. And hopefully he shovels out that way this morning. All right, I know you can't see me, but I'm in a little bit of trouble. I was headed down that hill and I let out a couple of hen yelps, and one gobbled maybe less than 100 yards from me. So I got my decoys out on the side of this hill, and I'm set up for about a 30-yard shot when he comes up over the other side of the ridge. I've heard 4 different turkeys gobble this morning, so we might be in good shape. Now I'm in a bit of a dilemma. I have a bird probably 80 to 100 yards in front of me, gobbling, but just once in a while. And then behind me, about 200, maybe 300 yards on the ridge where they've been in the past, there is a turkey gobbling his head off. I've heard 5 different turkeys gobble this morning, and they're hammering. I think he's on the ground. He's coming. Gotta get set up. Okay, I moved over here to where that bird was gobbling this morning. I'm pretty close to the last place I heard him, and it's open up on the ridge, so I can't really go up in there. I'm hoping that I didn't already spook him. This is the same place that we had those 3 coyotes come through the other day. So I got a Jake and a hen down in front of me at about 25 yards. I'm gonna sit quiet for a little bit and do a little calling. Maybe just try to wait them out. This seems to be a place that turkeys come naturally anyway. And I just heard 2 shots before I turned on the camera. It sounded like they were probably on the same property that I'm on right now, but on the other side of it. And there's another gentleman that's allowed to hunt out here, so my guess is he just got a turkey. Not either of the ones I heard gobbling this morning, but one of the 5 for sure. So we'll check in a little bit if anything exciting happens. Well, I'm not sure what we did wrong this morning, but I did it. That first turkey up on the roost was probably within 100, 150 yards of where I'm sitting right now. I just put the decoys back out there in the bottom of this field where we've seen hens mid-morning. So I'm gonna sit here and wait for a while and see if anything shows up. He was roosted up that hill there this morning. I went all the way across the field, way back there, to where that bird was really fired up this morning behind me. By the time I got over there, he was completely quiet. So I don't know if he saw me coming over there or if he found his hen and he left. But either way, I haven't heard him since about 6:50, maybe 7 o'clock. And it's 8 o'clock now, or a little after 8. So we're gonna ride it out here for a little while. Got the Jake, a breeder, and then a hen out there as well. So 3 decoys, and I'm gonna sit here and just see what happens this morning. There's my decoys. It's kind of hard to see because the grass is so high from here, but we'll do our best to get one on camera. All right, we got a bird gobbling about 150 yards away. It's a little later in the morning, so I'm hoping that means he doesn't have his hens. I put my 2 hens out in front of me at about 25, 30 yards. It's pretty thick in here, so I'm not sure how good a camera footage we're gonna get. But hopefully we get a shot at him out here on one of the clear, open, kind of logging roads. It sounds like he's making his way this way, but I don't have him too fired up yet. He just gobbles once in a while. We'll check back in a couple minutes. All right, he's answering. We're gonna give him a few minutes to see if he comes this way. Okay, he's definitely moving because he started gobbling over here. And now he's gobbling over here and he's getting closer. I'm hoping he's gonna wrap right around this logging road in front of me. He's probably 100 yards away now. Yeah. I'm gonna go quiet on him for a little bit. See if it fires him up. There might be 2. He is much closer now. He just gobbled like right there. he's spinning down there. He's right beside me. Drumming right there. Can't see him. Oh man, he's like 10 yards away. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Woo! Oh man. Oh man. How about that? Oh man. How about that? For a bushwhacking one. Oh, he's a man too. Yes, he is. Oh, he's huge. That's a good bird. Oh, how about that for bushwhacking one? Jeepers. Go from 8 yards. He didn't see my decoys. He came right to me. And you can hear him putting. I hope you could see him in the camera. I know you couldn't see him when I shot him. I hate that for the camera, but I had to get him. He was probably pushing 45, 50 yards through here, but let her rip. We got him down. I gotta go pick up my stuff. I lost a ton of crap. I got so much weight on the front of this flap, it all came done when I jumped up and went running through there. Whew-wee. I don't know how far away he was when I called him. He's a good ways. What do I got in my pocket now? I have to get myself put back together. He didn't gobble that much coming in. That was a little frustrating. He gobbled a few times, I mean, but he wasn't really answering me. He just gobbled to check me. Whew, he's a man too. Oh yeah. Look at those. Got some hooks on him. All right, I'm gonna go grab all my crap, get myself put together, and then we'll talk about what happened. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for giving me one more bird. Thank you, Lord. Yeah, that'll do it. So here was the hide. Not much of a hide. Out in front of me, 20, 25 yards, I have two hens out, one laying down and one standing on a stump. And when I started calling him, he was probably 150, maybe 200 yards away. Down below me, there's kind of a bowl, and the ridge wraps around, comes out on top of this big hayfield behind me. And he worked the rim of that bowl. Once in a while, he'd gobble. He wasn't really that fired up. He was definitely on the move, so maybe that's part of it, but he would answer me like a delayed response every time I'd call to him. And you'll get some of that on the video. But every time he'd gobble, he'd have made it probably another 50 or 60 yards. And then finally, he gobbled 40 or 50 yards to my right. And I hoped he would come down in front of me so I could get him on video, or at least better video, and come right to those hens. He must not have seen them when he came up around there. There's all these thick kind of thorn vines and stuff in here. And I'll show you guys some of that, and I'll point out where I shot him at too. But he came right up beside me, inside of 10 yards. And you saw some of that on the video, but unfortunately he made it out of the right frame of the video. When he was closest, he was inside of the second tree right over here, which is about 7 yards away. I think he was probably 6 yards inside. He was 6 yards of me, and started putting and worked his way back through there. And I was a little worried if I jumped up to shoot him, he would just fly off. So I let him kind of get through there a little ways. And I came up on one knee first and looked for him and couldn't see him. And then I just saw the top of his head. So I stood up, called to him a couple of times to try to get his attention, and it worked. If he had gone left, I'd have lost him. I never would have had a shot. But he kind of rubbernecked around and took a step out to the right down this little deer trail. And now that I've kind of collected myself and reviewed the shot, he was probably 35 yards, maybe 40 yards away. But through the trees, it looked a little thicker. He wasn't 50 yards, that's for sure. And number 8 TSS, the 3-inch shell from Verdict, 2 ounces of 8-shot TSS. It laid him down. It definitely did a number on him. I caught him right in the neck underneath the head. Caught him with at least a couple of them. Man, I'm really pleased with that. That was a long day. It's about 10:30 now. And when you're up at 5 coming out here and you get skunked on a couple of good stands, it kind of makes you just want to go home and have breakfast, if I'm being honest. But I'm about 1.5 miles from the truck on private permission land now. I've got a little bit of a walk, and I've got to cross a river. on my way back to the truck. I may call my wife and walk out to the closest road and have her take me back to the truck. We'll see. I'm just so thankful and so blessed to have the opportunity to come out and hunt like this. Because I don't own this property. This is just the kindness of, you know, farmers in my area that have let me come out and hunt. So I'm awfully grateful for the opportunity. It's a good bird. He's no 2-year-old. I held the spurs up before. They gotta be 1.25 inches. They're not 1.5 inches, but they're good spurs. I'm real pleased with that. So thanks guys for watching. I hope that was entertaining enough. I'm sorry about the camera work. Filming on a iPhone 11 and just trying to document the memories out here, really is all it's for. But that was fun. My first turkey on camera. I'm pretty pleased with it. And we got some friends coming over this afternoon, so I gotta get to hiking. Try to get back to the truck before too long.